Welcome to yet another car searching episode. So I am looking for my next car project, and on this particular day I visited Star Trek, which is on Kiambu Road, Four Ways Junction. There's a W204 that I had seen photos of, so I was going to check the car physically to see if the photos did match up to how the car was. So the car search is starting on Kiambu Road at Star Trek. This is a W211. It is not the car that I had gone to see, but it was right next to the car that I was checking out. So I decided to check it out also and see if I could like it. And from the inside, the interior, the leather especially, it was in perfect condition. No signs of aging, no signs at all, so you can clearly tell that the owner did take care of it. Like the interior part, it was pristine condition. And this is a KBR, and I'm mentioning this because I want you to compare the interiors of this particular car and the one that I was supposed to be checking out. That is the next car that you'll be seeing after this. And then the outside, the color, it had a very beautiful color. If you're getting this car, there's no need of painting. And then the interior, there's nothing that you'll be doing to the interior part of it. So checking all round, and then we had to go to the engine. Going to the engine, this is a V6 engine, so it means it has 6 cylinders. Now talk of power, this is a very powerful car, and in terms of performance, it performs very well. You cannot compare with the W204. The next car that I'll be showing you has a W271 engine. It is not as powerful as the V6 engine. So when you see such kind of an engine in this car, just know this is a power. One thing that we noticed is the shortcuts that the guys who are doing the repairs took. There was a lot of glue that was used where it's not supposed to be used. Like there were so many shortcuts, and for the price that they were asking for, this was 890. Maybe if you're willing to do the work, it was something that one could consider, but the shortcuts, they were just too many. Now moving on to our next car. This is the reason why I was at this particular yard. This is a W204. If you are an OG on this car series episodes, you remember the white car. This is the same exact model, but you cannot even compare the prices. The prices are worlds apart. So for this particular car, if you check the interiors, you cannot even compare with the first car that I did share. The interiors of this car were not well taken care of, and mind you, this is a KCK. As usual, these cars you have to jump start, so we did just that and tried to switch on the car, but it was not working. Later came to find out from one of the guys from the yard that the car didn't have fuel, but there were some guys who had come to check out the car earlier and they had switched it on and it was okay. But they had noticed that the engine had a funny noise. So with that, from what I had seen from the car, I was not that much interested. So I did not even pursue the idea of getting fuel to switch on the car. The price was 950k, but my heart wasn't into it and my mouth was just opaque. So for that, I just left it. I saw this car and I was in love. This is what we call love at first sight. But definitely, dreams are valid. One day we'll get here. But the car is not up for sale yet. So hopefully by the time this video goes up, I don't know if it will be up for sale, but the guy from the yard was saying if it goes up, it will be from around 5 million. So I thought maybe I would share and inspire someone who loves Benzes as much as I do. And because it was not up for sale, they could not even unlock the doors for us to see inside, but the guard did show us this trick where you put your phone right next to the window and you can be able to see the cockpit, and it was beautiful. What? It was very beautiful. This was a W203 going for 500k, but the issue is it didn't have a key, so we could not be able to start the car and know if it had any other issues. But if you get a Benz that doesn't have a key, it is very easy to get a key, so that was not like a big issue. But looking at the car, the condition of the car, it was not worth the hassle of now starting the process of getting another key. We have the ML that was going for 750k, but personally I have never been a huge fan of MLs. I don't know why. So for some weird reason, this did not even attract me at all. But the issue with the car is it had some wiring issues. So you can see from the bonnet, there was I think there was some fire. And then the mechanic was saying that this is a very small issue, that if we get a wiring guy, he can be able to fix that. And the other thing is one side was slanted, so because of the pressure. So the mechanic said because of air suspension, and that was an easy thing to fix. But the price was good for this model of the car. But now I'm not a fan of ML. Final destination has to be Easy Cars is on Mombasa Road, right next to Next Gen. So we are going to check out a car that I have been loving. If you followed me for a while, you know that I'm in love with panoramic sunroofs. So this car had a panoramic sunroof, and this is the only reason why I went to see it. Plus I wanted to see if it is worth the investment. So let's check it out. Things first, as usual, most of these cars, they do not have fuel, but since I was so in love with the car, I just had to send for fuel so that we could be able to start the car and check it out more, see if it has any errors on the clock, and also to hear how the engine runs, so that kind of stuff. So we sent the guard to get us fuel, and then we could be able to start the car. Going to the engine, this is a V6 engine, so it means it has 6 cylinders. Now talk of power, this is a very powerful car. First impression of the car, the interior, the leather was in good condition, no doubts. And then the sunroof was not working, but you get this issue, but this is something that can be fixed. But on the outside, the guy had put on some additions, some add-ons that are not supposed to be on Benzes. Maybe Subarus, maybe they are okay being on Subarus, but on a Benz, no. So that was but this is something that can be removed, so that was not like a big issue. It had a V6 engine, so this is what I say, this is power. This is such a powerful car, such a powerful engine. So it was performing well, no issues so far. But now the biggest issue with the car is from the roof. You could see that it had been modified, so we are not quite sure if the car had a sunroof from the word go, because we tried searching for the VIN online. It was not bringing back any details, so not quite sure. But you can tell that the roof had been it was been joined and the work was just terrible. It was a horrible job that the guys who did it. So for that reason, and then the price point was 920k. So for that and these things that have been done, it was not a worthy purchase. So that marks the end of today's episode. I have taken you round as I was looking for my next project car. So in the next episode, I'll be sharing with you the car that I got for my next project. So stay tuned.